Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jared. I'm the host of a daily live podcast where we discuss news and politics, and I'm a socialist, so hey, I just want everyone to have universal health care, education, income, and housing, and to the surprise of absolutely fucking no one, man, it is only Wednesday. What the fuck? Had another great day at work, third day back on a full-time job. Uh, and I got to ask a question to the director of sales today, and I just wanted to share it with you. So, first of all, I try to go out of my way to not make myself the focal point of every room that I enter. Uh, but at some point, you do realize that when you do eventually speak, well, fuck, there's almost 15,000 of you. So, you get it. So, today, at the meeting with the director, he asked for questions, and I started counting in my head, like 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. And before I could push 4, I put my hand up, and I was the first one to ask a question today, and I want to share it with you. Because the comment that was made right before I started talking was, let's see if we can't start this Q&A session off with a bang. And so I put my hand up, and he called to me, and he said, Jared. I said, good evening, sir. Thank you for taking time to speak with us. My question would be, I recognize the talent level of the room that I'm in. And also, all of the heavy hitters at every job I've ever worked for about the last decade also work at this company. Why? And he got to explain in length why. He got to stand on 10 toes and talk about Beyond Finance and the fact that he's been in this industry for better part of I'm going to get fired now, 16 years in this industry, and talk about his experience all the way up to director of sales and what this company is about. And for the record, if you're looking for a job, Beyond Finance, hit me. I'm the easiest person to advertise ever. I'm a pushover. I got in here to talk to you tonight, though. So I'm kicking ass, asking bad. That was a fucking great question, Jared. Fuck. Yes, I am. I'm a great employee. I'm a game changer. I have things that I could tell this company that I want them to come to me and ask. What are those things? The greeting of the day. Also, that's the difference between me and most of the people that work in my position. You see, if you get to certain levels of sales and the script isn't verbatim, right? You just kind of have to mostly say the shit. And the way you start them out is they got to read the script verbatim, and largely you should. But at some levels of this, we all sound the same. And how do you differentiate between greatness? If you realize it's all about reading and you're fighting compliance, you're not actually fighting the customer, and objections are expected. You're expected to be able to overcome those. It's actually compliance. It gets most people, just for the record. And that it's just consistency otherwise. And you got to bring a great attitude. And you also got to learn to be consistent, because while you may have heard you 1,000 times, that other person, this is the first time hearing you. So you got to make it sound good, right? And that ultimately you're singing for your dinner just like everybody else. And that it's about dollars per hour. And for the record, I have a coworker now that last year made $700,000 fucking dollars working from home. Yeah, you should probably get in touch with me, Hal. If you have the capacity to work from home and you really want to help people and you have some experience doing that, boy, do I have a job for you. It doesn't even require a degree. Did you hear what I just said? $700,000. I don't have to be told very much. You can just kind of show me the dollars and I kind of go, is it ethical? Really, it's ethical. As an alternative to bankruptcy. As an alternative to just continuing to do what you're doing. A way out. I might have to get in that program myself. So see, I'm a fantastic fucking employee. I bought hook, line, and sinker as an alternative to continuing to do what we're doing. There is a path to freedom from debt. I made a recent video where I said, who were you before all this debt? And again, I can't ask that to the people that I talk to all day, so I have to ask my audience. Who were you before all that debt you took on? And for the record, I've been very conservative my whole life, except not that kind of conservative. I've always bought like the entry level vehicle. When I bought a house, I spent $175,000 in 2017, and my mortgage rate's like 3.5%. So understand, like, I've made incredible financial decisions. I had one credit card ever. Now I've got some bad debt now, but we're talking about unsecured debt that just so happens to be the company I went to work for helps you with. So do you see how oh shit, brains, I have a path to being debt free. I'll make enough money to be able to pay off my house, and I'm going to show y'all what like a kind person does. And he doesn't pull the fucking ladder door up and get on his spaceship and fucking fly away. Now, I did tell my best friend today, I have always been obsessed with Supras, and he told me that when he was growing up, his daddy had a Supra. So how cool was that? But I also got to tell my best friend in the world today that it's not over. And I kind of figured some shit out while I was talking to him, and I thought I'd share. So for those of you that have been listening for the last 6.5 minutes, I appreciate that. And now you get to listen. So probably the whole reason you listen to me yap. So suck on a dick one time. I don't think the election's over. I don't think this shit's over. I've kind of figured it out, and I'm going to share it with you now. So I was talking to my best friend, and he was pre-law at IU and has a degree. And my other best friend is a lawyer. Wow, that's crazy. I'm like the loser. Damn, I just realized that. I mean, anyway, I told him it didn't matter what we do in life. We're going to end up at the same nursing home. So, like, I'm not wrong. Ain't none of us making that much more money than... Actually, Brett's probably doing really good. He's really super consistent. But he has, like, wife and kids and shit. I'm just married with dogs. So, we don't need much, right? Me and the dogs. So... as I've said, I plan on starting a clothing line, DFKY, aiming at high fashion, but for everybody. And DFKY stands for Don't Fucking Kill Yourself. And I'm gonna like trademark that because that's badass. And then like aim all your profit at like suicide prevention. I always go to say anti-suicide, but that's like such an odd thing to say out loud. That anyway, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna form the American Socialist Party. And have that fight the Democrats from the left. I think they don't get enough pressure from the left. We need as many socialist movements left of center to pull. You pull everybody left. And everybody's going to find out that socialism is affordable and shit. It only costs you $2,000 on your taxes. And it'll save you on average of $8,000. You buy that every day. And then you get universal healthcare, education, income, and housing. Can you imagine you getting to live your life without paying rent at all? And you just get to pocket your rent? What about if you didn't have to pay your student loans because that didn't fucking exist? What if you didn't know what student loans were? What would you do then? And I think that's a good enough motivation to not ever have them again. Don't you think? And that's why I'm going back to school to become a teacher. I'll have some student loans, and if I can't get into office and eliminate them for all of us, I will actually make enough money in the next however long until I lose this job. I'll make enough money to actually pay those off and won't have to live with all this debt. And so I would just ask you, do you have a plan out from under the debt that you're in? And if you don't, maybe we should fucking talk. And I'm not talking about taking you on as a customer. I can't do that legally. So don't think of it like that. We can just talk. I can help point you in the right direction. That's for fucking sure. And then, like I said, I just don't think this election's over. I'm thinking more like military tribunal. So put that on your radars. And I still think Kamala Harris and Tim Walz will be president, vice president. It'll get dark. It's going to continue to get dark. I mean, today Donald Trump repealed the Equal Opportunity Act today, and yesterday he tried to amend an amendment. So he's off to a fucking Rocketing start. Great job, Don. Has a single fucking policy that he's signed been good for an American? A single American? Has he even done anything for a billionaire yet? It sounds like everything he's done so far has been like, fuck America in the ass. Right? Like, none of this shit actually seems like it's benefit. Who the fuck is this benefiting? Right? And you like think about, is there how many Republicans are there that are cheering this on willfully? Because there are some absolutely fucking psychos, right? But the dead ass, like, who's cheering this on? All those kids at the inauguration, are they cheering this on, Don? Oh, I mean, you like kids like that. Fuck. No wonder they pulled him out of the room before you started speaking. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think it's over. And I think it's all a show. It's a horrible show and people are going to die. But it's a show. It's a bloody show. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm just an observer just like you. Hanging on just like everybody else. Singing for my dinner. $40 last week though. Just on TikTok. And I wasn't even able to go live. My haters are fucking cringing. Oh shit, he's making money now? Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to come around. That pendulum swings just as far the other way. I've been homeless. I didn't work for a whole year after COVID. Catch me on the way up. Watch me drag people with me.